Good evening, Dr. Richter. This is my PLC2 submission. So you can see the program's already open, and taking a look at my program, this first rung is responsible for making the door move up. As you can see, the motor up, output 2 is here. And so for energy to reach this output, these logic statements must be true. And so our first logic statement is examining the stop button. It is examining if the stop button is closed, and the stop button is a normally closed button, so this logic statement will always be true unless the stop button is pressed. Here, input 1, open button, examine if closed. This will only be true when the open button is selected, but you can see there is a second branch saying if our output 2 motor up is being energized, then it will take this path. Here, our input 3, our limit switch 1, if this is closed, then energy will continue to flow through, and limit switch 1 is always closed unless the door's fully opened. Here, our motor down, our output 2, checks to see if our second output, our motor down output, is receiving energy. If it's not, then energy will be allowed to flow to our motor up. On our second rung, we have a similar process for our door closing, or energizing our output 2 motor down. And you can see the difference is here at limit switch 2, and this ensures that the door will stop closing once it's fully closed, because limit switch 2 is only open when the door is fully closed. And this is also another difference. It's checking if our output 2 motor up is receiving energy, and if it's not, then energy will be allowed to flow to our motor down. Next, on line 3, we are gonna energize the shut lamp, and so we have a logic statement examining limit switch 2, and if limit switch 2, then the shut lamp will be turned on, and you can see in this comment here that limit switch 2 is only closed when the door is fully shut. And then a similar process for energizing the open lamp. We're examining limit switch 1 if it's open, and limit switch 1 is only open when the door is fully open, and you can see our output here for our open lamp. And then this is energizing the ajar lamp, and it's checking if limit switch 1 is closed and limit switch 2 is open. And this is only true when the door is neither fully open or fully closed. And then you can see our ajar lamp being energized here, and then the end of our code here. And so if we download this program and select run, adjust our scans to about halfway, you can see the door is fully closed, the shut lamp is on. Now if I click the open button, the ajar light comes on, the door opens up without me having to hold the open button, the motor stops and the door is fully open, and the open lamp turns on. Now if I click the close button, the door comes down by itself, the ajar light turns on, and the motor stops when the door is fully closed and the shut light comes on. And now if we open the door again, we'll see if the stop button works, and about halfway is there, and you can see the door stopped immediately. And if we just open it all the way up, everything's still working, and we get about halfway and we can stop and continue, and everything is working to our requirements. And this is the end of my Lab 2 PLC submission.